that was kind of interesting. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta start hitting them type of joints. Like, I was learning stuff and I was getting irked. Like, I ain't know it was that many male feminists. But when I'm getting to Kansas said, like, yeah, we still in the patriarchy, but also the patriarchy is pushing out women equality, women empowerment, women this, women that, and they arguing, no, the patriarchy is not here for us. We need a matriarchy. But like the way she was breaking it down was like she was hitting all numbers, but with the female feminists, they ain't trying to hear it. And the one girl made a crazy comment, like it's a billion people in the world they read at 6th grade level, but they going to the patriarch. But what about the other half? That means they are feminists too. So whatever you're saying, your argument about the patriarchy got to be the same argument with the feminists. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all reading at a 6th grade level, y'all not educated. So somebody kicking at y'all was basically what it is, and y'all just feeding on to it because y'all not educated. So it got to be the same argument. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that
I
joint was
agree with
crazy.
that. I
That
agree
joint
with
was
that.
crazy.
And the patriarchy creates everything. If you're gonna be real about it,
Mhm.
the patriarchy, in my opinion, allows feminism because it funnels off competition. The men that control everything at the top right now, them them and their families want to remain in power. With the amount of technology and communication we got now, that opens up the door for anybody to come up with an ideal and potentially join that upper echelon. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the people that are made of vehicles that are powered off of anything but fuel, water, air, all none of that stuff comes into fruition because they get rid of the fossil fuel industry. You know what I'm saying? Cigarettes is killing everybody and everybody knows it, but they won't get rid of the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, even though he's the richest man in the world, he couldn't get his evac mandate to be fucking pushed through and signed into law because it would kill off the fossil fuel. And so it's like these guys that's already in power, they have to funnel shit out. So feminism came into play to hold men back. We needed another op. They had to create another enemy for us. And they use women because women are gullible and they fall for anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
by them putting a battery pack in women to constantly challenge us. Now we're stuck battling against them. They're taking away resources from us. Money got cut from the jobs that we was able to take care of all of our families with to create jobs for them. All of the human resources and all that bullshit was created after World War II. Before World War II, the majority of the nurses were men. You know what I'm saying? You look at the amount of nurses right now, more than 2 million of them is female in the country. You know what I'm saying? All these jobs that was created for them that also took away from us and created competition and it created a sense of empowerment for them. And they look at us as challengers, but we don't look at them as challengers. We look at them as what they are. But then once they come in, they challenge and compromise what we're building and then set us back. So you have the divorce settlements. Half of your money get taken, you got to get it split. You know what I'm saying? Now she's able to keep rising, getting what she's getting. Now she's getting child support and alimony off your goofy ass. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it harder for us to rise up and challenge those men at the very top that's running everything because they established and paid off for the politicians to make these same laws. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit is a system just to keep them there. Like the way I look at it.
Yeah, Red.
I just gotta
Thank you
find
for
a better way
supporting
of
getting Red.
articulating.
No, we getting there. We getting there. But like the honest articulate is the best articulate. Like we shouldn't have to keep talking like everybody else because there's a million people in the world that's talking like us. Like there's a million people in the world that
That's
want to agree
real.
like us. Like,
I
you know what I'm
like that.
saying?
I like that right
You,
there.
you know what I mean? Ain't too like that woman said about the 6th grade reading levels. Like a lot of people, you know what I mean, can't mm, phantom these big ass words that people kick. Like, you know what I mean? Like your Myron Gaines and all them bulls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they give out these big words we had people confused and spinning them and you know what I mean? Like, no, just be real,
Yeah,
be yourself.
everybody. I mean, but that's when you pull in a certain order. If you want an audience of intellectuals, you're gonna speak and you're gonna speak intellectually. You want an audience of niggas, you gonna speak nigga.
But Kai Cent, he wasn't speaking all the way articulate, and he had the biggest audience. Like,
Not
I
at
mean,
first, not at first, but he did grow. Like the Kai
he
Cenat
grew
now is not the Kai Cenat from the beginning.
because he on
Different.
TV. Once
Mm-hmm.
you start hitting TV, of course, that's different. But once you in your own little, you know what I mean, your world where you're bringing people to you, you could be you.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
once
He
you get
talking
into
his age
TV,
group,
you
gang, and
need
all that shit.
commercials. Once you get into the commercial world and you know what I mean, scripts, all that stuff is scripted. That's why he's talking like this. You got a PR be like, look, bro, I need you to read this on that prompter on there and keep it moving. We want you here, bang, stand like this, say this. All right, go ahead, take this check, bye. You know what I mean? That's why he talking like that.
Hey, shit. I would be too, shit.
We all would. Like, you know what I mean? You give us a
I
script,
start
read the
talking like a
prompter,
British man. You start paying me that type of money.
and they're
I
gonna
be
have
talking
somebody
like
there.
fatty. I adopt the accent and everything.
Yeah, they're gonna have them voice coaches, like all them. Like, you gotta think about it. It's a lot of British, European actors that play us and sound way better than us.
Ain't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Ain't
Like,
that
so
crazy how a
funny.
motherfucker could study you so well to where they play you better than you?
Like the bull from Snowfall, like his voice and
Yeah.
him to play that role had me like, yo, Stringer. He was the first one that did it. Like, most people thought Stringer was from Baltimore because they really recruit a lot of Baltimore people, but nobody knew he was
Right.
from Britain and like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The first time I heard Idris Elba real accent, I said, "Oh man, you gotta be fucking shitting me. This nigga's a Britishman. The fuck?"
And
He captured our vernacular and our dialect that well. The fuck?
Yeah, they sit down, they pay somebody to walk them around and just talk to them, and they just sit there and soak it up and talk back and
That's
forth.
scary, dog. Like these motherfuckers studying us like this to where they able to teach somebody from another country how to.
That's the art of a movie. Like you want to captivate.
Really think about it.
Essence.
Beyond the movie, like right. These motherfuckers really watching us.
Yeah.
They're really watching us and studying us to a degree to where we're not even imagining the detail that they're taking note of. Mm-hmm. And then you just go and pick somebody up from somewhere else and just make another us like that.
Quick.
With detail that we didn't even we can't even imagine the type of detail that they're paying attention to is what I'm saying. It's kind of creepy. That shit's scary, dog. Like, even though we online right now, we giving them access to our vernacular, we giving them access to the dialect things that we saying, our actual AI images, and we giving them access to that. But before that, these motherfuckers had to study us in order to code all of this shit. These some crafty fuckers, dog. That shit's scary.
Yeah. Think about it. Why they couldn't get a brother out the hood and teach him to be an actor? Why they had to get an actor to teach him to be hood? Like that's
because they don't want to empower us. We have stake in the country. We have stake in this country. That's why it's easier for a black person outside of America to come in and make more than we can, because they have no stake in the country. The country doesn't owe them anything. They're immigrants. They can only go so high. Mm-hmm. We could go as high as we want to go because we got stake in the country. That's why they let everybody else come over here and do what they want to do, because they have a ceiling. If they let us get the opportunity with equal outcome, we won't have a fucking ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for the Hispanics. Anybody that has stake in the fucking country, But those that have a ceiling, that's fine, because you'll never be able to get as high to where I can't control you.
Yeah. Sheesh.
I thought about that shit for a while. You see, I ain't even gonna say Jamaicans, because Jamaicans are American as far as I'm concerned, but
yeah, they are.
See guys come from Africa or black Englishmen or black Scottishman, whatever. Yeah, they got a different grind than we have. You know what I'm saying? They got a little bit of a different grind than we have, but they get also a better dealt hand than we get dealt once they get here. They get better opportunities.
Mm.
And we're not going to be given that opportunity in mass the way that they are because they aren't as much of a threat as we are.
Sheesh. Mm. Yeah, that's something to think about, though. That acting world, it's like a sick society. Like you got to go through some type of trial and tribulations to get in there.
Yeah, I ain't never want to deal with none of that. It's too much weird stuff going on in the acting world. You got the weird stuff in the music industry, but the act,
Like
I'm
what's her name
good.
was saying on her speech though. She's like, I ain't gonna be that person to hold back Tiana Taylor. She's like, I ain't gonna hold back nothing. I'm gonna keep the door open. You ask a question, I'm gonna answer it. You want information, I'm gonna show you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to break the will. Like, you know what I mean? That nut ass will where it hold people up back, gatekeepers. Like, you know what I mean? She said she gonna hold the door open. You know what I
All that
mean?
shit be talk. All that shit be
She
talk.
seemed
Because
kind of genuine though. Like she got I could see the hood in her. Like I could see hate to
that
say it
shit
like that,
long
but
gone. That shit. The reason why you have gatekeepers is because you got shit behind the gate that need to be kept.
yeah.
Right? All these people got dirt and information on them that they won't silence. They ain't about to let anybody in this shit. That's why they got
Yeah.
gatekeepers. We need you to play the game because we need a little bit of dirt on you too. You can't come in the door without no dirt because we all got dirt. If you come in clean, we can't let you in. You can fuck
But
us.
Nori was successful with it. Like Nori said, you know, I ain't go through that A B D door. I turned around and kept it moving. I was in there a little bit, but
A
the
little
door
bit.
started getting. He said,
A
you know,
little
like
bit. Nori didn't get all the way in there.
he said
Nori got
that
a
A
ceiling.
door.
You know what I'm saying? Nori, but he hit a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Nori ain't even do what Nas did.
You think Nas did? I don't know
You know
about
what?
Nas.
I'm gonna hold that back. And when you start getting into business, I don't know what type of business ventures he got, but I'm talking about as far as public perception, being a rapper and being the in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Nas is a higher industry rapper than Nori is.
Nas and Tupac, the only people that got courses in college to study them.
But hey,
The way Nas came up is a crazy story, and Tupac's story. They both in different worlds because Tupac had it good. He had
yeah,
black
yeah,
a
yeah.
black
That
Black
you making
Panther
me think in a
mom, but
different direction than where I was about to go at now. Because
really, you gotta think about it. Some people slide through on the strength of who they are, be like, no, you cool. You don't gotta go through that. But you gotta go through that door.
But if
You
you
gotta
want
go
them
through that door.
endorsements, if you want that money put behind you, if you want to be Drake, if you want to be the poster child, you gotta have some dirt on you. You gotta get dirty. You gotta get dirty. So like
Some people make it without getting dirty.
Kendrick
I think Nas made it without getting dirty.
Kendrick Lamar is the man right now, right? But is Drake
Mhm.
still not a bigger artist?
Yes, he is.
Why is Drake the bigger artist? You think the people ain't got no dirt on Drake? Even though he's Jewish, but you think they ain't got no dirt on Drake? You think Drake ain't did nothing?
Mm,
Did it music wasn't all that. Did it was a good businessman, but how did he get in the room to do business with these people?
he did a lot of shicey things to get in there. A
That's why they
lot
had
of
all that dirt.
shicey
That's
things.
why they had all the dirt they had on him. The high he tried to go with. Hold up, did it? You forgot we got this,
Now
huh,
how you
player?
got somebody kept dying.
You see Jay-Z be playing nice with the white boys. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
it's
The
crazy
higher
how
you
he
go,
got
you gotta do some weird shit. So once you go, it's like you get to a certain level of fame, and if you want to get to that next level, you gotta give up something, dog. I ain't saying no Illuminati type shit. That shit might exist, but I'm just saying it'd be some weird shit going on, and you gotta give them a vice grip on something valuable that you have before they let you get a piece of the pie, the real pie.
yeah, it'd be weird shit on the streets going on, but it'd be at a ceiling. But imagine on top of that, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so and that's a good example. whatever, however weird it could get on the street level, when you get to a higher class level, you think that same shit not going on, but in a more classier fashion.
Mm.
The mob was the original gangsters, but they wasn't street thugs. They was organized crime. It was an organized criminal organization. You know what I'm saying? Once you lower the class, then you get to petty thugs and you know what I'm saying, nickel and dime boys and all that. But then you go from those guys to the fucking politicians, to guys in the real estate and all that. Now you get into business owners. So the crime level has fucking class level to it.
Yeah. But with the mob though, they was really protectors of their community and they end up in that mob style because you know what I mean? Like they ain't deal with the cops, they ain't deal with politicians. They like look as us, you know what I mean, with protection. I mean, I ain't gonna
They
go
were
to work
selling
because
drugs and killing people. They wasn't really
that
protecting
came
their community.
I'm talking about
They
from the
was
beginning.
criminals.
No, from the beginning, they had an order to do things a certain way. Things came down the line and started switching up, involving to drugs and everything else. They stopped at a point where, you know, we ain't doing no drugs. They had wars because people wanted to deal drugs. They kept saying, "Well, the old heads don't know, man." Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If they had kept the same order, they would still be alive and running things to this day right now.
But they didn't keep the same order because they got so powerful and they went so high. Somebody needed to get in on it.
Yeah, the capos and all that. They got big, making more money than the boss.
Somebody,
Then they start smelling themselves like, I do like you making this money, or that money look good. So we gotta clip him. All right, I clip him. You know what I'm saying? And you
yeah,
could be
dog.
the boss.
Somebody got to get in on that bread, dog. And the easiest way to get in on that is you got to compromise the opponent. You got to compromise the competition. You know what I'm saying? I got to give you a reason to shake my hand and do business with me. It'd be some weird shit going on, dog.
Mm.
You can catch that shit with the politicians, bro. Wasn't Hillary supposed to have some emails that was supposed to came out a long time ago that nobody ain't talking about no more?
Yeah, it's always something with them, man. Like Hillary, even Trump, all of them. Like
The
it
whole
just seemed like
Epstein Island shit, like the higher you go, the weirder the shit get. You know what I'm saying? You got the middle level is like Diddy type shit. You know what I'm saying? Diddy type shit. They tried to make him look like he was doing something egregious, but he was just a overly freaky ass nigga. But then the higher you go up, now these niggas doing egregious shit. You know what I'm saying? They kidnapping and PDF all that extra shit. They doing all that crazy shit. And these the billionaires, the guys that run the world, the guys that make the fucking laws. That's fucking
mm.
crazy, dog.
Yeah, that is crazy. But also, it's always these major distractions like your Carmela Anthony's, little murders and things like that that throw you right off and put you in an emotional toll where you be like, forget that. Like, what's going on with this? Like, they hit
Yeah,
you emotional.
yeah, yeah.
They
It
hit you
was the center of
emotional.
attention. And you know what's crazy? They count on that shit. Like shit like that is a business. Like, you know how they back in the day they used to talk about the hip hop police?
Yeah, they still here heavy.
Hip hop, it's a business. Because if a celebrity get popped in some drama, the tabloids, the news stations, CNN, everybody gets to run endless, content on your ass and the allegations. You know what I'm saying? The police, the police station, the county, whatever, they make money off of you from going to jail. Then once you have your trial, the court system makes money off of you. The lawyers, the judge, all of these motherfuckers make money off of you at your expense. It turns into a whole fucking business. Like, again, the Diddy trial. That Diddy getting into that shit made the legislation system so much fucking money. It made
But
the
you know, the hip
news
hop
and
police came
media
from
system a lot of money.
NWA. You know, it really came
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
NWA, but they thought NWA was like a radical, wild ass people. They were just young boys just using the acronym and with attitudes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they just had a great acronym. Like, you know what I mean? NWA. Like, you know what I mean? After police, all that. They just the after
Yeah.
police started the
Yeah.
the hip hop police, like, oh, we gotta watch them. They might start a riot. That's why they was all there following them around because they were scared
Yeah.
of riots. They were scared of the movement, stuff like that. Then your Biggies came, then your Tupacs came, then it grew from there. Then your Young Boys, drill music and all that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
But
that was
just like,
crazy.
for example, like NWA, the hip hop police started with them. When they first got arrested for performing Fuck the Police, that started the fucking business. You know what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
news stations running that shit, them going to jail, then having to pay that high ass bond to get out the fucking jail, hire fucking lawyers to defend them, going to court, the shit being offended of it. Now they ended up winning the case and it turned into something else or whatever, but that's what started the shit.
Oh yeah, also Luke and them too. It was Luke and
Yeah, yeah,
NWA. I
yeah.
forgot
But
about
for
them.
the I think it was the freedom of speech is what
Freedom of
won them
speech. Like, you know what I mean? They ain't
the
like
right to
that.
use vulgar lyrics and shit like that.
They started that
But
paternal that thing on the albums, like putting that on the albums.
once you get to Tupac and Biggie and they beef start or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
East Coast, West Coast.
That drop, right? It turned into endless time for the media. Then motherfuckers start catching cases, start dying and shit. The court start making money off of that shit. Fucking Snoop Dogg called him a fucking case. Diddy fucking called him. The courts made money off of that. The media stations made money off of that shit. Lawyers, judge, that whole system make money off of a story or allegation against celebrities. Michael Jackson. Now it's coming out that all that shit was made up to sully his reputation and his business endeavors. You know what I'm saying? But look at the endless runtime these media stations had on the allegations on Michael Jackson. He went to jail over that shit. You know what I'm saying? All the people that made money off of some lies. That shit fucking crazy, bro.
That's crazy. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, they got some other features in him I have to figure out. I think I'm streaming on my side too.
Yeah, I just looked at it on my phone. I was just checking how the thing looked and all that.
Yeah. Right. It's a quick mic check here, man.
Yeah. It looked
I'm
all
like
right
so
though. With the
famous.
little joint. I need to make some more backgrounds and all that. You know what I mean? What I used on this joint? Cap cake, whatever. You
With
call
C
that
dance.
joint? Cap cut. This
You made
cap cut.
yeah. With generator, C dance.
Oh yeah, C Dance 2.0 something. I went straight to the AI generator. Like I let it just do it
Yeah.
itself, put a good prompt in there.
I'm
You know what I mean?
gonna use Nana Banana. It'd be alright. It's really all about the prompt. I gotta get good at creating prompts.
No,
So I can,
write your prompt in Chat GPT and let it generate a good prompt from yours where a computer could talk to another computer correctly.
I do that, but sometimes they don't always give me the desired results I'm looking for.
Then, you know, you
So
gotta rewrite it and from there, you know, be like, no, I want it
but
like, you know
that's
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying. I'm pretty sure the way the programming works, it responds to certain keywords and phrases. So, like how you got the camera angles turning a certain way, I would have to describe that in a way to where it's articulable to the CPU that's processing it. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The camera angles, the shifts, all of that. I have to figure out the key phrases to articulate that in to get the
And your
descriptions I'll be
picture,
looking for.
like this is a
Yeah.
picture of my room on one side of the room. Some of this stuff is a picture of one side of my room. So, you know, the pictures added into it give it a thought process.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Take picture of your gear. Like half that stuff is really my stuff. Like, you know what I mean? That keyboard's mine's like, you know what I mean? Them headphones, what else? Like half that stuff is really mine's.
Yeah, it just took
You
it
know what I
and
mean?
enhanced it and made it a little bit hyperbolic.
You know what I mean? Throw a little extra pictures in there and you know what I mean? Throw it in there and then it just grouped it up together. Yeah, I mean,
All
that's why I
right.
need to talk to Jeremy. I know he's knowledgeable on this stuff. Like, I
Yeah,
just need to
that's
tweet this out.
that's actually who I'm about to holler at in a second. Cause
What he on live?
now what we gonna do? We gonna go through red spot early and
Talk in
chop
the
it up.
background with them.
Yeah. So I know she go through it like 8 something. So
She probably
I don't.
about to be on there like 5 more minutes. All
Yeah, I
right,
don't
I'll
know if she
probably
on
10
there yet.
minutes. Where you
Yeah,
at, Red? You here, Red?
I think she gone because when we started talking about the government, I would have expected her to be chiming in for that part.
She's probably prepping up. She probably prepping up her John. Man. Yeah, this was a good get my feet wet, John. Since I pay that little, you know what I mean? I gotta do this John once a week at least, or twice a
Oh,
week or
word?
something.
You gotta stay. You gotta stay consistent with her. You just saying like for you to get better.
Both. Both. Like I just paid for it. So, you know, that paying for it and also getting better. Like I probably started playing with like on a late night, like 1 in the morning, just do it. You know what I mean? With no real well, it might be some audience that click on, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Man, look, I'm gonna see if I can find some clips and shit. I'm gonna start hoarding some shit that I be finding on the gram and shit like that. I'm gonna share it with you in the inbox, and but we can start reviewing the shit and watching them together, big brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm gonna do. Like I started following. I got 2 Instagram pages. So my original Instagram page got all the crazy stuff. I'm starting to pick them and throw it on the shiz be happening Instagram page where I could like narrow it down because you know you go through all that, it'd be like so much. Like I gotta narrow it down on this page where I could really decipher it better. Like you know what I mean, see it better.
Yeah. You gotta start starring everything and saving it.
Yep.
Actually, shit, I got these little downloading attachments. I could download pretty much anything I'm viewing. So I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna keep everything in the folder
on the computer.
I don't got shit organized nowhere near how I used to have it. Like I told Fatty, this is my first PC in 16 years, dog.
I just got me a new PC.
Me too. This is my first PC in 16 years. I've been doing everything on my phone since college.
What PC you got?
I got a Ying fucking brand. This bitch got I got an RTX 5070 in it, 32 gigs of RAM, and I got a Ryzen 780 700.
What's mine? I saved it. I'll be forgetting what the name of this joint.
I can't even pronounce the brand of mine, but I ordered that bitch.
Yeah, I got a Skytech King 95 gaming PC, a Ryzen 7 8000 and X3D 8-core GPU ADM RX 9070.
You got a 9070? You got an RX 9070?
Yeah.
Okay. I got an RTX 5070.
And I just add the Trax Panorama 360 cooling upgrader. What else? For the game, and I add that Elgato 4K Pro in there.
What a capture card?
Yeah, I put it inside the computer stand and the outside one. Where you know the volume with the outside one, you need you need all these extra accessories to like hear your audio.
Yeah.
This joint is just straight to it.
Yeah.
Less mess. That wire was getting
some better lights. I need some better key lights. This little ring light I got don't be doing it for me, man.
I mean, it's getting there. Like, you know what I mean? Right now, I only got my regular house light on. Like, I got 2 king lights right here, but I do that for like reaction videos and stuff like that. But live, it's pretty much hard for live and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's better when you got the full video. You can edit the quality better than being on live. It's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, because most people be all cam, shit like that. So, you know, depending on the joint, depending on the whole situation. I'm trying to get this room redone over. This is my sneaker room. That's why I
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
making this background, John. I'm trying to get this whole thing redone. Have me a floating wall, little gadgets
Look, I already understand, dog. Trust me, I do.
with these little joints for the wall.
Shit, I'm over here cooling in my little corner. You heard me? So I already know how that go already.
Oh, trying to hook that up. You know what I
Only
mean?
reason I ain't really did the backdrop yet, I don't like how I be blurring out, how the camera blur out around the backdrop images.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it now. And it's like a little signature I got now, so people kind of used to it. Like they got used to it. Like, all right, you got this little joint. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe if
But
I
once I
figured out
get it,
how to put like a strobe around my outline, if I could put a strobe around it, I'd probably be fine with it. I just don't like how the actual image blurring with the background. Like, even when I just make my background blurry, I don't like how like the color and the quality of my actual self start to blur out. It's
yeah,
a small detail I just be paying attention to. A little
I'm
nitpick.
just worried about the people and content right now. Like this is good enough to start me off. Then later on, I can start having a fresh back wall, doing everything right. You know what I mean? Hooking it up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
When I learned shit, I be jumping a gun too early. like when I started drumming, I started trying to start off rolling instead of learning the paradiddle. So I'm kind of the same thing, the same way with everything. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I start doing this shit, I be hyper fixated on good quality and everything. All right, let me slow down, cause that shit costs money. That shit
Yeah,
costs a lot
Patty
of
told me to
money.
slow down. He was like, all you need is a camera, this and the third. Like I went out and got a second monitor. I got dual monitors. I got a prompter. I got the Screen Deck XL. I got this
That's
two cam,
that's what I'm about to
two
get next.
cameras.
I'm about to grab me another monitor and a prompter. I think I need a prompter because I'm not the best speaker. You're
Yeah, that prompter do come in handy because joint set up right here where you could just really look and read and
yeah.
look in the audience in their
I ain't got
eyes.
a
Like my
freestyle off
last
the
couple
dome with it.
videos. Yeah, my last couple videos, you could tell like I'm looking straight at it on my introduction. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't like I'm all over the place. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I noticed that. And I was wondering if you had a teleprompter because I could tell you was reading. In comparison to my own videos, I'd be looking all over and shit. And I was like, motherfuckers got a teleprompter. Okay, I got it. Nobody
Yeah,
ain't
with the
freestyling. I thought
teleprompter.
niggas
My
was
first
freestyling.
video, I made it like so readable, but the second one, I just got to put words up there and freestyle it so it can sound more genuine
Natural.
because I don't feel
Yeah.
like reading. I was really real. I'm like, I don't need to read this. I could just go. My main focus is to look straight at this camera. Like, you know what I mean? Just let it flow. Like, read it, R is there, R, bet.
Yeah, you pretty much know what you about to say next, but just say it however it feels natural when it come out.
Yeah, and the key points wherever I got my notes up there. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that joint come through.
And this shit start turning into journalism, huh?
Yo, this is crazy. I started downloading CNN and I'm about to start hitting politics and everything. Cause I used to be battling politics with the Trump. I used to have Trump back out here, like on certain arguments though. Like people just look at Trump and say he racist, this and the third. But y'all fail to realize that boy was backing Oprah when she was trying to be president. Jesse Jackson, all of them, he backed them. Like a racist would not spend money on not one black. Like a real racist,
um,
no, a real racist,
a real bigot, no.
no.
But it's about money.
It's about money, but why would I spend money on this where I could get a dump? Like we see these things in life.
What is
Like
what has Jesse Jackson and Oprah did for black people?
nothing really besides be black.
Right. They were false hope. They were the carrot in front of the donkey, but they had nothing of substance to pour back into the black community. Why not pour into these niggas? I don't want to enrich no nigga that's actually going to enrich more black people. I want to keep these motherfuckers lost. I'm gonna make more money off of y'all. It's gonna be good business for me, and y'all not helping them niggas. That's how I believe. They look at it, especially if you're a racist and a businessman, because I don't believe racism comes before business.
No, it's some of them out there that fuck that money up and really ain't no like. I don't give a fuck. Like what movie was that? Like I forgot what movie was that. I think it was the movie where it was a Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and the boy that run. He went to this old coach house after he was successful. He sat in the front. And they had tea, they had lemonade and all that. Then he's like, "Yeah, I gotta move this couch and all that." He's like, "I come in to help you." He's like, "I don't let niggas in my house." I was like, "Damn,
Yeah, he would have for the right.
damn."
He would have for the right price.
No, this is what was his name? Damn man, the one that played I'm gonna get you sucker, Isaac Hayes and all of them, the first
Mhm.
the running back. What's his name? Not his name, Jim Brown. Jim Brown. So Jim Brown, I don't let niggas in my house. I forgot what movie was that. That one night in Miami.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that even if he said that, he would have for the right price.
Who's Jim
Racism,
Brown?
racism doesn't outshine business because if that was the case,
That is money because this
they
person
would
was
have.
ready to move the couch or whatever for free.
But what I'm saying is that yeah,
He had to spend money.
that
That's
might be a
that's
bad
free.
example for me to use.
Yeah.
That might be a bad
You know
example
what
for
I'm
me to
saying?
use. But
You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with money. Like I
the
can get
whole
it
thing
for
about the
free.
emancipation of slavery, it wasn't because they felt sorry for nobody. It was because of two reasons. It was bad for it was becoming bad for foreign business, and we was kicking their ass. They had to let us go. It was bad
North
for
was
business.
killing them.
We was killing the slave masters and taking over the plantations, and it was bad for the foreign image.
And
It was a business decision for them to end slavery.
the
If it wasn't
Underground
for
Railroad.
it was
All
all
them
about
dudes was going
business.
up north. They was all going up north, getting money and being successful, leaving that slave
It
trade
was
from the South.
all about business. And then there was a lot of black people that was never slaves to begin with. They were free. They would buy other slaves and free them. You know what I'm saying? So they were sabotaging their plans because that's why they only had 13 colonies. They were struggling. The motherfucker was fighting amongst themselves and fighting amongst us. You know what I'm saying? And then as time came on, they changed that history up so we wouldn't really catch it. But it was really about business. Nobody felt sorry for us. Nobody thought this was, oh man, we got to free the Negroes. No, it was business. Just like them reclassifying us as Negroes and deleting the fact that half of us was Native Americans. That's for all of that was about business. Because why would they let us know we have equity in in this country?
Mm-hmm.
Business tactic. You gonna want that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the racism ties into it, and racism. They might have some racist people that wouldn't accept the dollar based on their pride, but overall, it wouldn't be no racism without business. You know what I'm saying? That business supersedes racism to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially if a racist person can utilize business to be more racist. Like them people that own the, you know what I'm saying, the industry. They could keep perpetuating the same shit back out to us that's poisoning us through the methods
Mm-hmm.
they have. It's business, good business to them. If it's a good business, a good business decision, they're gonna go with it. But like I keep saying, you hear me? Young Miami got that song out right now. What's the message in that fucking song she putting out there? Ain't nothing positive. You talk about doing nothing but negative shit, scamming shit, stealing, felony activity, and they circulating this shit on the radio. To what community? Our community. It's racist and it's good business because it's gonna fucking sell. But is it racist for them to push this to our community when they won't play it on their radio stations? They won't expose that to their kids, but they make sure our kids get exposed to it. It's good business for them. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. That
I'm just
racism crazy. We more in classism more than racism. That's what I believe. They just prejudice. They
Mm,
got it, but they starting to get into the money more. Like you said, that money is making them more like we gonna play this classism. You know what I mean?
it's
If you're a nigga
always
with
been
money,
classism. It's always been classism, but it's always been racism too. Because even within the white race, it's racism. You
yeah,
got
they
different
got the
classes of white people.
yeah, it is. It is. That's why I say it's classism because usually back in the day it was just white against black. Now you got levels of it, so it's like classism. Like if you're not in this class, if
Well,
LeBron got more money than you, LeBron got 1 billion, you got 1 million. You nothing to me. Like you know what I mean. You in that little, you know what I mean. I'd rather deal with LeBron than deal with you.
I ain't gonna say back in the day it was whites against blacks because you had within the whites you had the Irish didn't like the Italians, the Russians and Germans didn't like. You know what I'm saying? They was
They
all
came from outside the country stuff. They had their own little outside the country wars. Like you know what I
no,
mean.
no, no. I'm talking about inside the country.
No, no, I'm saying like with the Irish and all them, they had their own little things going on outside the country that they brung it here. Like, you know what I mean? Northern Ireland didn't mess with Southern Ireland. When they got here, they warred with each other. You just couldn't figure it
No, but
out. Like, you know what I mean?
I ain't even talking about that per se. I'm talking about how a white person born in America and then
Mhm.
a white family came over from Ireland, say in the late 1800s. They wouldn't fuck with them. They look at them like they're lesser than, even though they're still white. You know what I'm saying? But once they finally accepted each other and all united under the umbrella of white, that's when they got the power. But even amongst white people, there's a system of classes, and it's like you got the high, you got them people, then you got maybe the Russians or the Englishmen, then the Frenchmen, then the Scotishmen, then the Italians, then it's like a food chain of white. You know what I'm saying? It's like and it's like if you was Irish, you was right above being black. You know what I'm saying? The Irish got treated the worst. You know what I'm saying? So like it's classism. It's classism after racism.
I feel it's the other way. I think it's classism, then racism.
I say that because if it comes down to racists, they're going to pick a lower class white person over a nigga. That's why I say it's classism after racism. It's racism first because the racism is what keeps their structure uphold. They think about it. They're the only race of people to fully unite. All Asians aren't united. All Arabs aren't united. All black people aren't united. All Indians aren't united. The only race of people to fully unite is white people. Even though they fight internally, but externally they're fully united. That's why I say it's racism. The racism is first, then it comes to classism. Because the racism is what upholds their position.
You don't
And they
think
don't
that
want to.
China's unite and Japan unite? Like, you know what I mean?
China and Japan don't like each other. They
No,
ain't
I'm
like each
saying
other.
they different though. They different though, to be honest though. They look almost the same, but they different.
But they're still considered Asian though, right?
Yeah, I think we
Asian.
class them as Asian though.
But that's the outlook I'm speaking from. So when you look at races, not
I
ethnic
see what
groups,
you're saying.
but
Once you say white
races,
person, he's
you
white.
see white
Once you
people.
say
White
black, you
people
black.
is
You say
united.
Asian, you say Asian. I see what you're saying.
The only group that's fully united under one umbrella is white people. Even them the small hats try to separate themselves or whatever,
I see
but
what you're saying.
you still check
I see
at
what
white on
you're
your
saying.
application. When you walk into you're
I see
perceived
what
as
you're
white
saying.
and you get white privilege. You know what I'm saying? All Asians, the Koreans, Korea is split itself, North and South Korea. You
North
got
and
one
South.
country that's split that's divided. Then you got China that's the bully of all the Asians. Then you got Japan over here by themselves. Then you got the poorer Asian countries, Vietnam, Myanmar, Malaysia, Indonesia, all those different places or whatever. They're not all united as Asian people. You dig what I'm saying? Like all of the Arabs aren't united as Arabs. Because if that's the case, Israel shouldn't be able to exist over there. Yeah, I'm saying, but when white people all united as white people, that's what gave them the stronghold over the world. They all moved on one accord. Like even with the U.S. and Russia having their differences, I feel like the U.S. and Russia is more in business than a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And they got to keep that business afloat, or both of us are gonna suffer.
Yeah.
So I don't have the typical political views when it comes to stuff. Like I'm able to look objectively and say, okay,
On a
as far
surface level.
as racism go, everybody is fucking racist. I got some racism in me. You know, I prefer my own people. You know, but at the same time, my own people make me sick. So I could be racist against or to my own people, depending on what the fuck going on.
I went to Catholic school. I got a lot of white friends. I think they friends, but most of them put me on and stuff. They put me on to a lot of things more than black people, to be very honest. Like these white boys put me on.
I've had experiences like that too. I've had all kinds of people put me on.
Though.
But I know a lot of black people that say, yeah, I got a lot of white boys then showed me a lot. They were real kind. Yeah, I mean, okay. I got a balanced experience. I've had white people.
Yeah, it's just different. It's just different experience with different people.
Indians, it's like I can't say more is worse than the other. Bad people is bad people, but I know tribalism exists.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes down to it, they usually go with their tribe, especially if your tribe is the winning tribe.
Yeah.
So if you try to beat the racism out of a white person, stop doing it. It exists. Just be happy they're not, displaying it and showing it to you. But if they got to pick their people or your people, they're going with their own people.
I know that much. I know if it was me and Billy next to each other and he got to put somebody on, you're going to put Billy on. But
right. So I don't even feel no type of way about it, because if I had a brother,
because I would put the brother on,
especially if he was reliable. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he was a fuck nigga,
too, though. Like if Billy was a fuck up and I was a better responsible person, I'm sure he's going to go that route, just same way my route.
Business supersedes racism.
That's why I say classism over racism is almost neck to neck.
I still say it's the racism first, because they got to keep their tribe at the top. It's like
he won't choose me. He would choose Billy.
If it was purely that, right? If it was purely that, but it's like with women, right? What I said about the women a couple of days ago. They know that they're the problem. They know what that to fix the issues and tackle a lot of major issues in our community. It starts with them and them initiating the work, but they refuse to do it because that means they abandon the privilege they currently have, and that privilege is the privilege of being treated and respected like a woman, but having the freedom of men and the lack of responsibility and accountability of children. Those three perks right there combined is what they refuse to fucking give up. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to stay united first with the sisterhood. Even if they disagree with a woman or whatever, she thinks she's a nut, they're going to defend her on the united front of the sisterhood, because they have to uphold those three privileges that they now have. It's the same thing it's the same thing when it comes to tribalism with white people. You know what I'm saying? They, like, and the way I look at it is like, we should expect that. It shouldn't be a shocker. It's like, come on now. If black people were at the top of the food chain, wouldn't we want to keep our position too?
Yeah.
If you was in danger of you losing your position at the top, would you try to keep your? So it's just tribalism. So once I come to that realization, now I'm able to absorb politics unemotionally, because it's business. That's really all it is. You play for a team and you're going to do what's best for your team first. And if your team is fucking in shambles and y'all ain't got no good coaches, then y'all get what the fuck y'all get. And that's why I say I could be racist towards black people or towards other people, but I'm not a bigot. But When it comes to politics, I'm not gonna look at Trump and just say, "Oh, Trump, 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 Trump." I hate when black people do that shit. Like we don't have other branches of the fucking government. You know what I'm saying? Trump don't make no fucking laws.
Yeah.
Trump really do more fucking talking than anything. Like he do a lot of talking to keep y'all distracted. The motherfucker that's been in Congress longer than Trump been in office is the one that's doing all this bullshit that we need to be focused on while everybody just saying Trump this, Trump that. I don't really be paying attention to Trump. What the lawmakers doing? That's what I pay attention to. What time we at? Think might be time to get for that towards red, huh?
Yeah, to see who did backstage. If not, we be talking backstage until they get there then.
Well, yeah, we done did a good hour for the first one.
Yeah, I said that. I was like a little 6 or 7, a little hour just to, you know what I mean, get our feet wet. No people probably gonna click back onto it once it go up. Like, damn, they was talking like that. Yeah. We get in our bag. We get in our bag.
See how long
we
I've
ain't
been
no dumb niggas.
I had went back on Red page to some of her first uploads and shit. Had to peep her out, see her humble beginnings and everything. I said, goddamn, Red had changed her name and everything, huh?
Yeah, I ain't get into it, but I was trying to catch up with old head Tribe. Damn.
Brother.
Tribe
He
big
said,
brother. He said, yeah. I was watching some of these stuff, trying to learn some knowledge. He's knowledgeable, good brother.
You saw him last week on his live he did?
I missed that. Like last week was my birthday week, and I was doing too much that week. You know what I mean? My
brother had got me to my work shift, dog. That nigga was cooking, dog.
You was talking about that. I forgot when I got on the joint.
He was talking. Like, he was talking about Myron. He was talking about Myron. Yeah, I'm saying that shit Myron did. You know what I'm saying? But and that's another reason why I view shit the way that I view it. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Myron that support Trump, but I don't think he's a good mouthpiece for the voice of our government and shit like that. He just spit out racism. Myron's a bigot. You know what I'm saying? He's a bigot with no right to be a bigot.
You ever hear that saying, like, I'd rather deal with the person I know what it is than a snake type person? Like, you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because Alma, she didn't have no points. Nothing. She was just trying to be there just to be there. Like, come on.
Man, bro, they had Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion twerking for the fucking rally, bro. We didn't have no.
I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and this was the state they was trying to win. Did you know they had the dudes from Power down here? They had Beyonce strolling through the hood. They had,
and black people should be ashamed that this is what they think about y'all. They don't think about y'all. They don't think enough about y'all to entertain the conversation about policies, the community, funding, things that's actually impacting the economy. They're going to entertain y'all niggas with more tap dancing niggas, and they know y'all going to vote because y'all don't give a fuck about what's really going on.
Yeah, they got.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it's time to head over there.
Yeah, let's go over there. They got Jeremy on there now. Yeah, we're gonna talk to them backstage. We're gonna tell them what we did a little bit.
For sure.
See, he right there. Yo, back.
Let me show you. So this was stationary.
You go grab that link.
See, right I'm clicking on. Yeah, let me end this joint. I'm still confused. Oh, here we go. All right, see you in a second.
Yeah, you hit that door right there.
You know what? I'm leaving. I'm fucking leaving.